What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome to my spin room. It's a mess. Got my bicycle, TV where I do all my cycling, random Travis Pastrana helmet. So I randomly found a gear bag sitting in my trailer, and I'm just going to show you guys what I'm going to be able to give away here. I'm going to announce how you guys can win some of this stuff in next video, but at least in this video I can show you guys. So we got a bunch of FXR pants, more pants with some butt patches, some inside jokes, way more better. Got a bunch of jerseys all lettered up, and they're sublimated, which means the lettering is in the jersey. So for those of you that want to wear it, it looks like you're just going to be stuck with my name. Little name on the sleeve and everything. Sweet. Sweet. Boom. 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 Got a bunch of random gloves, and I have about a lifetime supply of EVS sleeve sock combinations, which, by the way, if you wear knee braces or knee pads, you're not wearing something like this underneath, you're crazy. So I have 13 jerseys and pants total. Just got to figure out how I'm going to structure that, and I'll announce that in the next video. But at least I can clear out my gear bag a little bit and get you guys some cool stuff. So this week's video, just something quick I slapped together from a lesson with Josh and Josh. We had two Joshes a couple days ago for a private lesson. Unfortunately, it was really overcast, and I think I set the white balance wrong in the camera, so everything I shot was either super way too bright or so dark you couldn't see it. Totally my fault. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. So I pieced together what I had. Hopefully you guys can keep learning some stuff. This will be episode 3, I think, of private lessons. Ow. For these private lessons, I'm working with skill level riders, from people that are just getting on dirt bikes to pro level riders. So as you follow this series, it's going to be a lot of information that you can use in a lot of different scenarios. Hopefully it's helping, and enjoy. Oh, and by the way, thank you guys for 10K subscribers. Let's keep hitting that subscribe button and try to just keep this thing rolling. Every 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do some type of cool giveaway, and we might just, you know, at 100,000 do something really cool. So hope you guys enjoy the videos. I mean, you're looking down like 5 or 6 times in that loop. You're doing this, trying to get it right. But then as soon as you start to go up the hill and your chest would come forward, which is exactly what I wanted, everything else would start to
shift with it.
Yeah, it would follow a little bit. Really over exaggerate those feet, and also try to point them in more too. They were slowly starting to bow out like this. Always make sure that your toe is making contact with, whether it's your engine case or the side of the brake lever, whatever. Make sure it's making contact with something. Your toes were slowly starting to do that.
Okay.
Honestly, if you were to come to me and say, what's the one thing I need to fix, that's it.
Yeah.
As silly as that sounds, your feet and your knees. Sliding the feet back, getting your toes in, driving your knees back, just being in this position here. Anybody you watch on video that's a top pro guy are going to be in this position here. They're not going to be in this position here. And the few pro guys that I've noticed, 250 guys, I won't name names because I always get in trouble. If your knees go forward and your hips go forward, there are a couple of them that came in the pro ranks and they just get hurt all the time because they're going so fast, but they're riding in an unsafe position, and until they fix that, they're just going to keep ending up on the ground. Your body from your feet to your head is reacting with every movement that bike makes. Which, when the track gets super rough like it was here that Sunday that you raced it, impossible to ride the way that your style was, your technique was before. You would just be getting beat up everywhere. Yeah. Every bump you hit, you'd be doing this.
Pretty much.
Where when you watch me go through it, I'm able to kind of like time things, and even if I'm not timing things and just bashing through it, the bike's doing the bashing.
It looks like the bike bounces everywhere rather than you.
I'm just able to kind of just sit there and let the bike do its thing under me. Front and rear brake together, I don't think you have an issue with that. No clutch when we're braking. If you need a downshift going from third to second, get that downshift early on. I don't want to have you getting that downshift where that tire is. Get it early so that you can utilize that engine brake. And then when you go to, the biggest thing I'm worried about here again is gonna be body position, making that transition from standing up in that attack position, and then as soon as you're ready to sit for the turn, boom, we're making a jump to the front of the seat. So on Yamahas, I always tell people, just with your crotch, cover that crack.
Okay.
Right here. Where your gas cap is under that deal. Just cover that crack a little bit so you're on that upper front part of your seat. Now the difference with sitting and standing, when you stand, your chest is getting the body weight to the front, your butt's keeping you to the rear. When you sit, your butt's putting that weight to that front tire, but your upper body wants to kind of just be in more of a relaxed, neutral position. You don't want to have your butt here and be crazy aggressive over the front,
right?
Because now we have no weight on the rear. Yeah, there's a time and place when you accelerate out of the turn. You slowly will pull your chest forward to compensate for that acceleration wanting to rip you off the back. But in the turn itself, keep your butt forward, and keep your body basically perpendicular to the seat.
Okay.
Elbows should be just about at 90 degrees and just right here. That line is where you should be making your transition from here to the seat, and your turn begins at that point. What you were doing is at that first sprinkler head, you're slowly making the transition. So you'd start always fine and dandy, and then
creeping,
like just creeping up. So many people have this issue. The problem is where you begin your creeping is right at the beginning of the braking bump. So you're slowly shifting your weight forward when you're dealing with all the bumps. I'd like for you guys to just go in kind of that main middle line. If you can get a little further right, the further right obviously the better, because you're just gonna, it's all about creating angle. You have 3 tabletops in a row. The third one you can barely consider it a tabletop because there's no lip, but if you angle yourself correctly, you can hit it with proper speed and get to the downside. Do either of you guys get to the downside of that third one yet?
No.
I don't think I have. Okay, that could be one of our goals for today. It's all about creating that angle so that we can actually hit it with speed rather than trying to get turned. The second one, in my opinion, is super easy. So take the time on that second one to really create that angle so that you're going from out to in. Try to make a straightaway out of it rather than one big arc. That's all. As far as the kicker, going up the takeoff here, you're definitely going to want to be 3rd gear on this. If you can get to 4th, probably on that, just to smooth it out. I did notice, like, when you came flying down that hill into the sweeper, you're revving.
Oh yeah, that was only 2nd.
Out. I don't know if that was like an accident.
No, I just...
Make sure, get that bike into a taller gear. I don't know the sign, I should know this, but the bike is always going to work better in that taller gear, especially when you're dealt with a weird G-out or a kicker on the face of a jump. If you're screaming that thing and revved out, it just, that bike is going to kick you all types of weird. So get up in the taller gear, just be neutral for you, keep those darn knees back, and your movement's going to be here. So you really have to make sure, I can get you in that attack position all day long, but if you're glued here and you go to hit that kicker, yeah, of course the bike's going to react and it's going to send you weird. You have to make sure that when you hit that kicker, you're using all of that range of motion. So your butt should basically be going almost to the seat, and your chest should be going pretty much all the way to the crossbar pad. I'm straight. I'm not worrying about turning. Right. You also have to make sure you time the landing properly. You guys both, I'd say 50% of the time we're jumping it too deep, and then at that point it's too late. You not only killed your forward momentum, but you have no angle left at that point, or no time to create an angle. If you land way up high in the landing, it gives you time to make that angle that you need. And you can go pretty far left too when you jump this thing. Remember, it's around a turn, so the further left you go, the shorter distance you're jumping.